Hi everybody, Cheryl and Lady coming to you from the Ladies Garden and Home, and today it's time to plant up our cool weather loving crops, so I hope you join us. I'm transplanting the seedlings that I started on July 1st. It is the tip end of August, so it's almost exactly 2 months since those seedlings were started. And we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. Hopefully it's going to be some good rain, so I thought this would be a good time to plant them and let the rain kind of water them in thoroughly later on. I've been hardening off the seedlings here for the last, I would say, week and a half or so. With in between time, a couple of days I had to bring them back inside because we had temperatures in the high 90s. That's Fahrenheit. At least it was like real field temperatures, whatever. It was too hot for them. I brought them inside. But I've been having them harden off in the mini greenhouse here, and I've kept them under this agri-fabric, which works for a couple of different variety of jobs. This in particular was to keep the white cabbage butterflies off of them because last year all of my seedlings were eaten by those stupid caterpillars that they lay. So as you can see here, I have a variety, not a very large variety, although I did start quite a number of other seedlings. Some, as you can see here, just didn't make it. But the ones that did are looking pretty good, pretty healthy. We've got bok choy here. We've got green sprouting broccoli here. We've got some cabbage. We've got red acre and golden acre cabbage. We've got leeks. We've got green sprouting calabrese and some Chinese cabbages and some purple sprouting broccoli as well. I will say that I started the seedlings this time using a new technique that, frankly, I was not crazy about the results. In a kind of a flat tray, I used one tray and I seeded everything at the same time, and then once they sprouted and they were still pretty tiny, I transplanted them into these cells. I found that at that stage, a lot of them didn't make it, and I also felt that they were stunted and should have been able to grow much quicker considering all the summer light we had, plus the supplemental light that I had on them inside the house. So I'm not going to try that method again. I'm going to continue to just do the individual cell trays like I always used to. So my plan is to plant up some of them here today in these grow bags. This is where I had planted potatoes, and I had a wonderful crop of potatoes that I pulled out, and I'll tell you in a different video what happened to those potatoes. Anyway, it's time to top dress these bags with some good granular organic fertilizer, and I also want to put a little bit more potting soil in here because they've kind of shrunk down a little bit. And also I need to water these just to moisten up the soil since it's been so dry here lately. Get these weeds out of here. I'm trying to stay away from the yellow jacket hive that has appeared somewhere behind my compost bin. Ordinarily, I would be topping these off with an inch or two of compost. I don't have any store-bought, and I am not going near my compost bin, probably until there's a freeze that kills all the yellow jackets. Anyway, I'm going to use this Pro Mix. It's an organic soil. I just started using it this year. I like it. One of the reasons why I like it is because it's compressed, so it's not that heavy, and there's a lot in here. You do have to kind of shake it up though, and then make sure that you rehydrate it quite well, which is what I'm doing here. And I'm just gonna top some off here. It is a little chunky, but those chunks are easy to break up. And I'm going to add some of this, probably about a handful or two in each bag of this garden tone. It's also organic. I like it. I got it from Home Depot, I believe, in a packet of 3. So it's lasted me all summer. Well, all spring and all summer. And I'm being a little heavy-handed with it because these bags have been used and reused, and the soil I haven't changed. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting some good nutrition in there. The soil is actually quite anaerobic, and what that means is that it's dried out so much it's having a hard time absorbing. You see how it just kind of lingers on the top for a while, and it takes a while. Now I've already soaked this one quite a bit. In fact, the water is running out the bottom. So I'm just going to keep watering these and letting them drain until I don't see so much pooling of water at the top. So I have 8 grow bags prepared finally, and I've got my 8 seedlings that I'm going to be transplanting into them. I've got a red acre cabbage. I've got 2 of them. I've got 2 bok choys. I've got 2 Chinese cabbage, and I've got 2 michilili cabbages. Michilili. I don't know how to say it. It's a Chinese cabbage. If you follow me, you know I like to cut up cottage cheese containers and sour cream containers and things like that to use in the garden in the past, and also for my seedlings. Well, what I found is that, you know, it's great for starting the seedlings inside when I'm working in a very tiny little cell, and I need to cover it with some plastic wrap or a Ziploc bag as a humidity dome before they get started. But what I found is in the garden, these get lost very easily, and then I get confused, and they're very, very hard to read because they're very, very tiny. So I started using these. I invested in some of these, and also a more permanent marker. I find that these have lasted all summer. I can read them close up or at a distance. And as you can see here, the name of the cabbage I was trying to say before is Michihili cabbage. Do you know that? How to say that? That's best I got. I am not happy with these black grow bags, these cheap ones that I got at Amazon. Now, granted, they were very cheap. I think they were like $12 for 6 or something like that. I mean, really cheap. But they don't stand up, and then they fold over on the plant, and then the plant doesn't get enough sun. And I don't know how to sturdy it. These I've had now, the green ones, I've had, also I got them from Amazon for, well, this is my 4th year with them, and they're at least sturdy. They don't look too good. They start getting discolored, but at least they're sturdy. So I got to be careful. I got some leeks mixed up when I, look at this yellow jacket. Whew, the nerve, the nerve. Okay, so here we go with the Chinese cabbage. Just loosen it up from the bottom there. And then I keep my hand over the whole thing and then gently ease the plants out. And what I try to do is keep as much soil around the seedling as possible so that the roots don't get disturbed. And I try to make a little well firm it in pretty well, and then make a little well so that when I water, the water pools right around the roots of the plant. I'm actually pretty sure that that is not a red acre cabbage. It looks too much like the machili or the bok choy, but whatever. That was another problem with the way I did the seedlings this time, is that it was too easy for them to get mixed up. Okay, so you remember the cloth I showed you upstairs on the deck. I've got some more out here, and I'm going to cover these guys because, number one, obviously the white cabbage butterflies, but number two, a lot of my brassicas were eaten this spring and summer by the groundhog and or rabbits. So I want to keep the animals off. Now, these seedlings are still pretty tiny, and they will get up to, they will grow, you know, past the rim there. And when they do, I've got hoops for that, but I'm not going to put that out now. And then to anchor it in place so the animals don't crawl underneath it, I've got these garden pins. I think that's what they're called. I'll go back and put more of those pins in because I don't need the animals crawling up underneath it and into the bags. You know, like they did with the blueberries. I love you, my good girl. I think that's about all I can handle tonight. It is very muggy. It's getting dark, and I don't know if that's because it's going to start to rain sooner than I thought. And there's tons of bugs around. I don't know if you saw them whizzing in the camera, all the yellow jackets and mosquitoes and wasps, and it's, what can I tell you? It's the end of August. That's what happens. Anyway, I think I will save the rest of my brassicas that I'm going to plant and the leeks for another day. Right, lady? Yes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and I hope you subscribe and join our growing community. And from the Ladies Garden Home, enjoy your gardening journey. Bye! Say goodbye, lady. Lady says goodbye.